I will now show you how to use some of the program this machine has. So by entering the menu button, you have all these icons. We have the counter. On this one you can see how many wheels you have balanced today, the total of the wheels that have been done on this machine, and the total calibration that have been performed. With this button I can set on 0 the daily wheels or the weekly. So every day or every week I can enter this page and see how many wheels has been done. Go back to the menu page. This icon is the one that allows you to put the sizes of the wheel manually, which there is not really a reason to do that because the laser detects them automatically. Next program, very interesting, is this one. Is the one that will read all the data of the wheel and the tire. So it's a diagnosis system. When you enter this page, you have just some of the value we want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the hood down, perform a spin. This time will take much longer because, as you can see, the external laser is now reading the thread. So it will tell me the side slip, the thread depth, and if there is any run-out problem. And now, as you can see, the internal laser is now reading the rim. So you had the shoulder of the tire, shoulder of the rim, and then the inner part. The monitor is showing us that now the external laser is reading part of the tire. Then it spins and it goes again. It will do this in 4 random positions because, of course, parts of the tire, they're all different, so it will read different slices. As you can see now, it's reading the third one. Good. When it's done reading, as you can see from this page, I have a complete analysis of the wheel. Here we have the total run out, so wheel and tire, how much are off the center. So in this case 0.2 millimeter, it's perfect. Below we have the lateral run out, so how much the wheel moves this way on the side. Even in this case we have a green value because it's close to perfection. We have some problem here. As you can see, this is a peak on the tire. So there is something that it's above the 1 millimeter. So in this case we have a red value. And the peak on the run out. If I press this arrow, I go to the next page. And as you can see, we have a total run out on the rim of 0.5 millimeter, which is not too bad but not perfect. 0.3 on the tire. This is what I look for. There's a problem on this rim, which I made it on purpose, so I just put a sticky weight on the inside because this looks like the rim it's damaged. So like when you hit a pothole or something and you damage the rim, so you have a dent inside, this is what the blue light just read. So we have 8.2 millimeter going inside the rim. On this next page, it shows me that we have 10.1 millimeter of thread depth. So this is almost a new tire. So we have almost 1 centimeter or 10 millimeters. And we have here the side slip, which I can change it in yard per mile. So in this case we have negative 14 yard per mile going to the right. So it's basically telling you that by putting this wheel on the right side of the car will pull on right about 14 yard per mile. And if I go to this other page, is the one that shows me every single step of this wheel. As you can see, if I spin it manually, I can check where the problem is. Especially on this second page, as you can see, this is the problem on the rim we had that is going out of the red lines. So what I do, if I can't see with my own eyes where the problem is, I just position this vertical line on top of that, and as you can see, the sticky weights, in this case, the problem is exactly at 12 o'clock. So if I can't see it with my own eyes, I just keep spinning until the vertical line reaches the peak. In this case, the peak is here, and the problem is here exactly at 12 o'clock. This will help me to find the problems. Okay, after we have done this, we have an optimization program. This will suggest me if to match mount the wheel. So if change the position of the tire on the rim. In this case, I have to put the valve at 12 o'clock, exactly at 12 o'clock. Press the enter button. As you can see now, the blue light is bringing the valve 180 degrees from where it was before. I have just to mark the tire on the opposite side, because in this case it suggests me 180 degrees. It could be only 90 degrees. And as you can see now, it tells you just to bring the line you have done at 180 degrees, take it to the valve, to the pressure valve. So you will have to break the bead and turn the tire into the rim. Exit button. Here we have all the settings, like you can write down the name of the company, so it will be on the screensaver on the first page, and the name of the operators that are using this machine. As you can see below here, there's my name, and that's the operator I selected. We will see how to do that. Here we have all the factory's data, so also how to set the time, the date, and all the limits. Here we have calibration program and service program. As you can see here, we have operator 1. In this case it's Marco. Why we have three different operators? Because I can go here, measure this wheel, so do the first spin, and as you can see, I used program aluminum 1. It's a 19 inches, and this is the distance from the machine. Someone else walk in and he's got to balance another wheel. You select operators 2, in this case Caleb, and as you can see, we have the width, the diameter, and the distance different from before, and also a different program because we are using dynamic now. So he can balance his wheel, and when I come back, I just select operator 1, and it still has in memory the sizes I saved before and the program I was using. We have this other program, which is the IPOS, so it gets me an idea of the position, where I want to position the wheel on the car. So, as you can see, this is the first wheel we do. I just enter on the car icon, and from here I can also select what kind of tire we have. If it's symmetrical, directional, asymmetrical, or asymmetrical directional. In this case we have a directional. As you can see, we have the scan of the first one, so tread depth, side slip, and run out. We will have to do the same for wheel 2, wheel 3, and wheel 4. At the end of this program will suggest me where to place each wheel. So for example, it will tell me wheel 1, it will better go on the rear right side of the car because it's got a big amount of weight or it's got too much side slip. So at the end of the 4 of them, I will have yellow arrow here indicating me where to put which wheel. And exit from here. Here we can select the amount of weight, if 5 to 5 or 1 by 1. We have the possibility to put a printer on this machine. Anytime I want to go back to the camera page, I can just go here, change the position of the weight, and then exit. If you want to change it in gram, with this button, as you can see, it goes from grams to ounces. In this case it's 0. Of course, even in this machine it's present the weight management program, which is the one that allows me to use less weight. This kind of program prefer to balance the static unbalanced, so get rid of all the static and so the vibration on the steering wheel, and it leaves more a little bit the couple unbalanced. So I will use less weight, but it will be accurate anyway, so the customer will not come back with the steering wheel vibrating. And at the end of the year, trust me, you can save a lot of weight. As you can see, we can enter this program where it shows me exactly how much weight I would have used without the weight management program and how much weight I actually used by using the weight management program. So it's almost half of it, and at the end of the year it makes a big difference, because especially sticky weights are expensive. And then we have counters here that show me every day. I can reset that on 0 and see how much weight we saved every day or every week or every year. That depends to you. And as you can see on the weight management, we have the rabbit, the turtle, or off. So this is used, the rabbit, for all the regular cars. I would use the turtle for all the commercial vehicle, light trucks, so this will save more weight, or we just turn it off. We have also an help button that will show me how to use part of the machine, what this icon means. So in case you don't remember something, here you have all the help you might need. Or in case you have an error message, like you perform a spin, you take the hood up, and as you can see, I have an advice now. It says cover. There is something wrong with the cover. So if I don't know what this means, I can always hit the question mark, and as you can see, ACR, spin performed with wheel guard lifted. Lower the guard to perform the spin. So any error I have, I can go in here and check what I did wrong. Exit. Remember, very important, when you switch off the machine in the evening, don't switch it from the main power switch on the back. This machine works on a personal computer, so as a computer we have to exit the programs first. So as you can see, we have a button here, or the same one here. So what I do, I just hit it and confirm. The machine is now exiting the wheel balancer program, and as soon as it starts beeping, I can turn off the power button on the back. As you can see, it's working on Windows, so it's logging off from Windows. Once the monitor goes off and it starts beeping, we can just turn off from the main power switch on the back.